Mike Smuck, John Kocham, Rich Madole, Tom Morello, Vicki Fenton, Jessica Hughes, Michelle McCain, Joel Larson, Leo Lowy. It kind of doesn't really matter who it was that was there with you, because in our experience, we all are still friends. Like that group of people at that particular time, but it was a quirk of fate that Tom Morello was there and Andy Howard was there and Vicki Fenton was there. It was a quirk of fate. It could have been you. But the one thing that defines us is that we were here. And what you take out of that is important for your life, just anywhere you go. And I'd like to give a short story about what I know about the origin of the action figure that we know of as Tim Frawley. His origin came about because of 5 really disobedient students the year before he got here, one of which I was one. And we did not do something that we were told to do, like we were supposed to not go to prom, picnic, because that was the traditional day that we, as theater students, has chosen as the one day that was truly showing our devotion for theater. So we had to come here and paint the sets instead of go to the prom picnic. That was accepted torture until that year when we said, no, we're going anyway. And then we all got kicked out. Yeah, in the middle of a play. And then Tom Morello, we all had the greatest good fortune to have Tom Morello's mom as a teacher here. And she offered to take over, and we just said, we're not doing that. That's an unfair thing. That's an unfair thing to expect us to do. And then that lady lost her job. And then Mr. Frawley got hired. And that's true. So I was only here for 1 year because of that. But certainly because of the quirk of fate that we both were here, he could have screwed it up, and he didn't. And that was his first year, and apparently that he has continued the not screwing up. Well, there are moments, like John Kocham, and the fight, but we'll leave that story to another day. But on behalf of all of the stage players, a number of whom I have spoken with coming here, and Tom Morello for sure sends his wishes. I saw him a couple days ago and he was in town. His just stay couldn't overlap, but he said, remember everything and tell me everything. He was very involved in Stage Players. So thanks for coming out tonight, and I'm really glad I came too, and I can't wait to hear more very silly stories. So if anyone else would like to come on up, they could do that, or I could choose, because that's all what I do for a living, is choose. Sometimes I choose.
Bring the rope?
What?
Bring the rope?
Yeah, what?
Look it up.
Yeah, the rope. So, give me one.
What you do with it is up to you.
So, Tom, Mr. Frawley, how did it go with John in the basement? You took him into the prop room.
And explained to him that this was not the place to be a stupid ass.
I think he felt really chastised.
He deserved it.
We've been trying to do the same ever since. So thank you for that early effort in that regard. We used to throw, like, you know that side like stairways over there? Okay, we used to take all of the paper towels and soak them in water and wait for people to walk underneath and chuck hoagies on people. Being in Tom Morello chucked hoagies night after night up there in that thing. That was awesome. We still talk about it. Do we not? It's sad. It's so sad, but true. The night the curtain fell, I think I might have been downstairs. I don't even remember that. I think I was maybe more involved in myself than anything else. Oh my God, how do I look? It's a vulnerable time. And you know, Tim, I've always said this whenever, you know, the ability that you had to give the student what they needed at that time. I know you did it for me, and I know you did it for Kokum, too. The guy who he told not to be an ass. Yeah, you did that for me, and I totally appreciate that. It was like, you know, there's times where like somebody just comes along right at the right moment, and you did that for me, and I never forgot that. So let's hear it for Tim Frawley.